All right, why should I care about sustainability? Sustainability in general is the capacity to endure, or on my level, it's making things last so that we don't waste our resources. And how can I make my family's clothing more sustainable? Here are a few of my thoughts and practical ideas that I have come up with just as I'm doing my laundry and thinking about this all the time. All right, so we buy less. I don't need 50 shirts. Right now I have about 12 shirts to choose from this season hanging in my closet, and I plan to either wear them out or swap them with friends maybe next year or donate them. If we all bought less clothing, I mean, wow, imagine the impact on the garment industry. They would be producing way less. There'd be less pollution, less unethical practices, less slave labor. It would all just go way down. That in itself would make a huge impact globally. All right, and the next thing that I can do is I buy thoughtfully. So since I'm saving so much money by buying less, I can buy things that are high quality, that will last longer, and things that are fair trade and ethically sourced, which are sustainable practices. You really will come out ahead financially when you make this switch. You just have to trust me on that. You will. I also shop at the thrift store to reduce my environmental footprint and help sustain the life of the garments that I find there. All right, I also take care of my clothing. I might wear, here's a few practical ideas how to do that. I might wear a garment a few times before laundering if it's not dirty or stinky, and I make the kids do this too. I spot clean whenever possible, especially with pants. I wear an apron when I cook to protect, the whole front side, which is what usually gets dirty, especially on white shirts. I've started to get more creative with undergarments and undershirts to keep things looking good and smelling fresh so that I don't have to wash them excessively. And I also mend our clothes to get more use out of them. I'll put patches on, or if something tears on the side, I'll sew it up a little bit. Sometimes I can make it discreet and sometimes it's not, but it's making a statement and I'm proud of that statement. All right, I also buy organic whenever possible. I feel like this is a very sustainable idea. I have 3 reasons for doing this. I want to avoid excessive chemicals in or on my body. I also want to respect the delicate ecosystems at the source of the product. So think about runoff from cotton fields or factories that get into our water supply or our streams and rivers that might feed into ecosystems with lots of animals. I also buy organically because I respect farmers. I care about their health and their exposure to these large amounts of chemicals. So I have a small following, encouraging people to buy less and buy thoughtfully in the area of clothing specifically. So my posse is doing this with me, and together we have created a micro market for ethically sourced clothing. And really this micro market isn't so micro. There are pockets of us all over the country and around the world. The same thing is happening with food and energy and other major markets. So it is happening. So I encourage you to join the movement and be hopeful with us. Best of the best.